Good afternoon and welcome to Teleislas News with the most relevant and important information of the day. A heavy downpour occurred yesterday in the department, causing emergencies in different parts of the island. Although the rain has already stopped, the state of the roads currently presents some flooding.
Due to the heavy rains registered yesterday, the department downs with part of its main road dry, although with high amounts of sediments such as mud and garbage. The community spoke to Teleislas news cameras about the state of the roads near their homes.
Yesterday when the downpour hit really hard, the streets were flooded. The people couldn't go out because the streets were flooded, but today the streets are dry. We hope that when it rains and the roads are flooded, they could uncover the sewers so that the roads can remain dry. Compared to yesterday's rains, the streets are dry. As all the people saw, everything was flooded around here. Today at dawn, everything went down, thank God. The rain was really too much. There were houses that were flooded. This is a new road, as you can see in the background, and it was flooded yesterday, and people had to walk on the sidewalks. As you can see, there is a lot of garbage causing clogging, and the culverts are filling up.
Due to the high prevalence of sediment on the roads, the departmental government calls on all citizens to drive with extreme caution on the roads of the island.
Teleislas News is with the community affected by the rains. We arrive at one of the affected sectors where the community is trying to clean and recover the things that get wet after the water enter their homes.
The Guinea Hen Fifth Stage community talk about the moments of anguish they live due to the heavy rains that cause the water to enter their homes, losing their belongings.
During the rains, mattresses, clothes, household goods, washing machine, all this got wet and were practically floating in the water. We got up in the early morning to save what was left. It is a sector of which all of San Andres know the problems, and what we experienced yesterday is what we have been experiencing for many years, and of which all the governments are aware. What we experienced yesterday was very traumatic to watch while the water was entering several houses. The problem is that we have no way to evacuate the water. We are used to this situation always happening to us. Our belongings get damaged, well, the material things, but there have been no human losses. Yesterday I was very scared when I saw that the water kept rising and rising. The water was already going over the wall, and to watch how my neighbors were helping me to take my belongings up to the second floor, it was very distressing.
The inhabitants of this sector have built retaining walls in their houses to try to prevent water from entering every time it rains.
And during the recent heavy rains on the island, the Industrial Technical School was one of the most affected due to the situation. For this reason, we visited this educational institution today to learn about its current situation.
School teacher says that after the torrential rains that occurred in the last hours in our department, the areas that remained flooded were the recreational and sport areas of the student body. However, the classroom were not flooded as in the past.
They talk about the flood them for the rain yesterday. In the rain, well, first time the school used to flood plenty and it used to full of water. But lately now, the water only come in the yard and it goes part the picnic and play. If you go in the classroom, you not stand in there much. It come right out same time. And front of the school used to flood too, but the government do one work, and as the water done, the pile of water come in, but as it done the rain, the water disappear. So we the plenty better and how we went the first time.
For now, teachers expect the water levels in these common areas to reduce.
And Teleislas News has received a public complaint from an inhabitant of the Pepper Hill sector who has reported her concern about the work that is being developed in the area, which according to the citizen is preventing them from being able to leave their homes.
This is the work that they are doing here on the island. They uncover the streets and do not consider to place some pedestrian walkways so that people who live on the other side of the street can pass. This is the panorama.
This is the situation of the people who live right in front of the street under reconstruction, who do not have an alternative way to freely access in terms of entering and leaving their homes. This is a problem that has plagued them since the beginning of the repairs to the street in precarious condition. The citizen requests the competent authorities, and particularly those in charge of the work, to create a mechanism that allows them to enter and leave the sector. Teleislas tried on several occasions to communicate with the contractor of the work, but up to the beginning of this broadcast, it was not possible. However, this news agency will be aware of any statement regarding a solution for this community.
And in other news, Carolina has been developing a series of control and surveillance operations in different sectors of the island with the purpose of verifying the commercial establishments complying with the norms issued to protect the biosphere reserve.
The operation were carried out in the Port Arthur sector near the Proveedora Street, where environmental inspector found the commercialization of single-use plastic elements, then proceeded to the seizure of 16,328 plastic units and initiation of an environmental sanctioning process. Through the inspection, they also verified the non-commercialization of charcoal and the sale of black crab, which is banned. The environmental education team also took the opportunity to sensitize merchants about the plastic law and the different resolution issued by Carolina for the protection of the black crab. Finally, the entity control and surveillance coordinator, Johnny Walker, indicated that the Carolina Corporation will continue to carry out these operations for the preservation of the seafloor biosphere reserve and the mitigation of the use of single-use plastic.
En esta administración y a febrero del 2022, el Fondo Nacional del Ahorro ha administrado cesantías por 8 billones de pesos. Fondo Nacional del Ahorro nos mueve lo que sueñas.
The Ministry of Commerce, Industry and Tourism, through the Chamber of Commerce of San Andres and Providence, seeks to motivate climate action at the local level, providing virtual workshops for the collective construction of a toolbox to implement the comprehensive plan for climate change in the commerce, industry, and tourism sector. Here is all the information.
The objective of this workshop is to identify tools to motivate climate action in the territory based on the recognition of the successful case of instrument to formulate and implement initiative and incentive or support requirements at the local level. The Executive Director of the Chamber of Commerce, Jennifer Jepe, spoke about this.
The Ministry of Industry and Commerce has come out with a plan to counteract climate change in businesses. During this week, different workshops will be held. As I mentioned, there will be a total of 4 workshops oriented not only to make retailers aware of what is happening in energy transformation and environmental care, but also to making their contributions so that together we can build a better plan to meet the demands of climate change. Well, what better example than yesterday that we had not foreseen and we did not know how to act.
The first workshop will be on energy efficiency and energy management and will be held on Tuesday, May 17 from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. The second workshop on sustainable production processes will be held on May 18 from 2 in the evening to 4 in the evening. The third workshop on sustainable logistic operation will be held on May 19 from 8 in the morning until 10 in the morning. And finally, the fourth workshop on efficiency management of resources demand will be held on Friday, May 20 from 8 in the morning until 10 in the morning. To access this workshop, Jennifer Jepes invites the community to visit the Chamber of Commerce website and click on the links for each of the workshops that caught their attention.
A few days before the elections for President and Vice President of the Republic begin this May 29, the National Register Office selected 875 voting jurors who will serve in this democratic process in San Andres. The training for the voting jurors in the department already started on Monday, May 16, and will be extended until May 19 from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., and from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. If you were appointed as a juror for these elections, remember that your attendance is mandatory to comply with your nomination, and that those who, without just cause, do not attend to perform the functions of jury or abandon them could be dismissed from the position they hold if they are public servants, and those who are not must pay a fine up to 10 legal monthly minimum wages in force. And now it's time for sport news with Victor Fusalva.
Hello, here are the best sports of the island. At the Maracana's field, there is a space to relax and de-stress where parents and children benefit from soccer activities that entertain both adult and children. The Soccer League organizes these tournaments that are played in different fields of the department, seeking the continuity in the process of soccer and also integrating parents. Yamil Duffis is one of these parents who entertains himself while supporting his son in the sport.
I'm here accompanying my son. That's held a good football game, and that's good that the league do this kind of games and things in different parts of the island. That is what we're looking. We're looking come out of the routine of the week and others to have a good moment with our children. And well, let's hope different fathers also can come and enjoy with them children and well enjoy this good moment for see them play football and enjoying the game. Okay, it's good that we can follow also to another side of the island in different different neighborhoods that we can enjoy and carry games like this one, what we are in today in Maracana. It's good that we can do it in another part and different section of the island. We have good stadium also, we have good canchas in the Barrick, we have good canchas in San Luis and in different parts. It's good that we can go and play in them part also so that everybody can enjoy and well, get good and watch a good football game with our child and our children, okay?
It will be good to see more sports in different neighborhoods or sectors of the island, said Yamil Duffis, father of one of these athletes. And this will be all in sports for the moment. I am Victor Fusalva, Teleislas News.